So, how long have you been Ant-Man again?
Not long. It just sort of happened.
I wish I could fight bad guys like you.
I seem to mess it up almost every time.
Maybe you just need someone watching your back.
Hi.
Like a partner.
Dr. Pym, I actually heard what happened to you. You opened up the quantum realm. That's when this crazy creepy ghost would walks through walls and stuff. Stole your tech. And now she wants to take over the world or whatever. Who would have believed that in your hour of need, you would turn to us?
Not me.
Because we robbed you. Do you remember? That's us.
The only chance we've got is both of you.
Ant-Man and the Wasp teaming up.
Follow my lead.
She seems more intense.
Get loose now. No.
You go low, I'll go high.
I have wings. Why would I go low?
We're gonna die. I don't want to die. We didn't die.
Hey, what'd I miss?
We were just tiny.
I was partners with Hank on a project called Goliath.
How big did you get?
My record, 21 feet. You?
65 feet.
65.
If you two are finished comparing sizes,
65.
What's going on, guys? This is your Entertainment Critic here, and welcome to my first video on Ant-Man and the Wasp. This is going to be a trailer breakdown for the second trailer. Now, the reason why I didn't do a breakdown for the first trailer was I hadn't actually seen the first Ant-Man movie when the first trailer came out, so I didn't really think I was going to be doing videos for this movie, but after watching the first Ant-Man movie and loving it, I figured why not do some videos for when they release their next trailer, which is what I'm doing now. So, getting straight into the breakdown, the trailer starts off with a shot of Ant-Man and his daughter, and he's talking to her about being Ant-Man, and she asks him, like, I wish I could fight bad guys like you, and like, how long have you been Ant-Man? And they're having a conversation, and it again cuts into a shot of Ant-Man trying to stop a truck from moving, and the comedy used in this scene is just brilliant. Just, we see a shot of Ant-Man, and he's like going down, it's like a comedic shot where he's trying to stop the truck from going down the road, but it's not stopping, and he's just going backwards. So that was hilarious. And then obviously this then cuts back into a shot of him and his daughter again, and she says maybe you need somebody to watch your back because he said to her that he always messes things up. So this then cuts into a shot of the Wasp, and she shrinks down, jumps into a car, and beats the crap out of the people in the car. And honestly, she looks really badass in this scene, and I'm really excited to see her in addition into the MCU. Like, the MCU doesn't really have, like, the only two like iconic female characters you can think of in the MCU is really Black Widow and Scarlet Witch. Those are the only two characters you can like identify out of them, and they don't even have their own solo movies. So now that she's like kind of has her own solo movie, it's more like a situation in Captain America: Winter Soldier, where it was a Captain America movie, but it was really a movie about the Winter Soldier. So I have a feeling this is going to be it's an Ant-Man movie, but it's really about the introduction of the Wasp, which is why it's Ant-Man and the Wasp. I feel like she's going to have a bigger presence. She's going to be more key in taking down the main villain, which is something I'm going to get into talk about now, because the main villain is actually shown in this trailer, and is actually a female version of the comic book villain Ghost, and we see that she is able to she just vanishes and reappears in places. That's obviously why they have the name Ghost. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, because in the first movie it was very grounded. So like it was just another guy in an Ant-Man-esque suit fighting him, and they were just fighting around in shrunk down form. Whereas this is more taking like a supernatural element to it, or a powered element to it, because Ant-Man doesn't have any powers. It's literally just he's a man in the suit. He's like, compare him, if you're a DC fan, you can compare him to the Atom. And he doesn't, like I said, he doesn't have any powers, and bringing in a villain that has powers, so this is obviously why he would need backup as well. It's not just the fact that he's messing up, is that there is a stronger threat that he needs somebody else to help take down. So is a shot of Hank Pym going to meet up with Louise, who was actually returning from the first movie. These two are returning from the first movie, and he is talking about how Hank Pym actually opened up the quantum realm, which is how this villain is actually in existence. So he must have opened up this quantum realm, and then the villain comes through, and we get shots of the Ghost actually beating the crap out of Ant-Man, which is obviously, like I've said, that's what's gonna cause him to want to go and find help, because I have a feeling that this scene where he gets his ass handed to him by Ghost is actually before the scene where he's talking to his daughter about being Ant-Man and needing backup and messing things up. So I have a feeling that he has his first confrontation with the Ghost, and then he's like down and depressed because he lost, and then after that then we have the scene with his daughter, and she tells him that he needs somebody to watch his back, and he goes and finds the Wasp, and that's where all of the scenes connect together, where Hank Pym and Ant-Man are actually looking at the footage of the Wasp and trying to decide if they should recruit her or not. And then obviously we get the continuation of the same shot where Hank Pym is talking to Louise, and he says, it's funny that you come to us of all people for help, because he literally robbed them in the first movie. And that's like interesting, because I don't know why he's specifically going to him. Maybe that Louise has something that could help them defeat the Ghost or something, because I honestly wouldn't know why they're going to them. If you can explain it to me in the comment section below why they would go to Louise for help, please do explain it to me, other than bringing back a returning character or a favorite character from the first movie. So this then cuts into a shot of the Wasp and Ant-Man talking to Hank Pym, and he says to them that you two working together is our only hope. So we know that they need to work in unison and work as a cooperative team in order to take down Ghost, because she seems like a really powerful villain, considering that she kicked Ant-Man's ass on his own, and then she could literally just vanish and then reappear behind you and beat you up from behind and then beat you up in front of you. So it's gonna be interesting. Obviously they can shrink down to minuscule size, so it's easier to take her down in an aspect, because if they're both mini, they can, it's harder to hit somebody who's smaller, so to speak. So that could be that they take them down. I really don't know. We'd have to wait and find out, see if they reveal that. I doubt they're going to reveal that in the trailer. We're going to have to wait until the movie to find out. But yeah, the next shot then continues on with a surge of shots of Ant-Man and the Wasp actually fighting together. So we get shots of the Wasp throwing what seems to be like a salt canister, and she throws it and then supersizes it, and the thug that they were chasing bounces off of it. We have shots of them shrinking down and kicking the thug's ass from small size, and it's just generally a montage of different shots of them fighting. And then we get the line from Ant-Man saying Ant-Man and Wasp working together, kicking ass, something along those lines. And obviously this then all culminates in a final fight scene shot where they're trying to take down the villain, and Ant-Man says, "You go low, I go high," and she responds with, "I have wings, why would I go high?" And really that makes perfect sense, as she has wings, so what would be the point in her going to attacking from a low angle when she could fly up and attack from a higher angle? And obviously then she shrinks down, and he gives her a boost up, so she jumps off of his back and shrinks and then punches the guy in the face. And then that continues with a touch of fight scenes with Ant-Man and the Wasp, but they're taking down more thugs. And then obviously we have where in the first trailer they actually showed a shot of the villain, Hank Pym. He shrunk down an entire building and he walked away with it. He walked away with it like it was like a trolley that he could pull behind him. And then we see that actually brought back up in this trailer, and it just shrinks, resizes back to full size in the middle of the city out of nowhere. And I thought that was quite funny in a way, and it shows that they're showing continuity throughout the trailers. If not through the trailers, I'd rather that could have been shown in the movie rather than in the trailers, but it's cool to see that in the trailer, and it gives me something to talk about. And then obviously we get the shot of the ghost, and she actually like phases, or I'm gonna call it a phasing because it's like making herself intangible and like disappearing and reappearing in another place through a car, and causes the car to flip over and then gets out of the car. And it turns out that there was this car who had Wasp driving it. They were actually shrunk down driving along the street, and that truck, the ghost flips over to them and is about to crush them, and Louise is just screaming, "I don't want to die, I don't want to die," and when they actually escape, he just screams, "We didn't die," and I thought that was hilarious, and I'm honestly looking forward to his character in this movie. He's just great acting, and he's just a hilarious presence on screen, so I'm looking forward to that. And then obviously it then cuts to the Ant-Man and the Wasp title, and then the after credit scene, which Marvel's actually been doing in their trailers. They had it with all of the Infinity War trailers, and I'm not sure about the trailers before that. I think the Civil War trailers might have had this as well, but with this trailer, we actually get a scene of it was Hank Pym, and Ant-Man and one other guy. They were talking about a project that they'd done together, and they were like, it was like described as they were like comparing sizes. So obviously they're comparing sizes of how tall they actually got when they like grew when they were wearing the Ant-Man suit, but the comedy is implying something else. And I think if you get the joke, you would know what they're talking about when they say they're comparing sizes, and they actually bring that up in the trailer where she's like, "When you're done comparing sizes." So yeah, that is the trailer breakdown for Ant-Man and the Wasp. Let me know what you think of this trailer in the comment section below, and if you enjoyed this video, please do hit that like button. Your support is very much appreciated, and subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.